Hello, my name's Kurt and welcome back. And in this video here, part 1.5, I call it 1.5 because I'm still on a Windows 11 PC, but I have moved my GPU to a Bosgame ADM 7000 series mini PC. You see right here on this one here. So this is one running Windows 11. I said, no, what the hell? I ran it on the Miniform MSA2, which will be the permanent home for the local LLM that I'm going to be running. But I said, hey, since I got this other mini PC, let's see what results we get. Do we get the same, close to it, similar? All right, let's find out. But here you can see my great setup here. So here's the mini PC, the GPU. This is a AMD 5000 series, does not have an OCU link. And here's the AMD 7000 series that does have the OC link built in, which is right there. There's a close-up of the OCU link cable that's connected into the side of this AMD 7000 series Bosgame. All right, so basically you see it's going there and goes into the back of the GPU right here. So it's the same GPU, same power supply, same docking station. Nothing really has changed, as you can see from here. Alright, so this is the great mess that we have back here. And you can see it's running. This is on. The cool thing about this is when I shut off this PC, the mini PC, it automatically shuts this off. So, pretty good. So let's go to the statistics and stuff. For here, you can see my, or the Bosgame, what it has in there. Alright, you can see here's the GPU, and there's the built-in one. And now it's got a terabyte drive. So nothing too fancy. You can see it's running Windows Pro. The other one here, for if you want to know, the 5000 series running Ubuntu or Ubuntu, whatever you want to call the damn thing. So let's get rid of that. Okay, so now we have the GPU. You can see this is here is the built-in GPU, and here is the external GPU. You can see Windows again is using approximately 8 gigabytes of RAM out of 32. Doesn't matter. So let's go back to this and let's bring in our model that we're going to be running here. All right, so let's get the test rolling here. You can, oops. So let's get the test rolling here. You can see we're idling on about 3 watts out of 145 watts. All right, so let's do the same test that we did when using the MS2 on our system here. So here's the results from the MS2. We're just going to put it over here for a minute away. Let's go running on this. So let's go ahead and start our first model, which will be the same as MS2, 3.1, 3.1 latest. Okay. So we got it here. You can see it stopped it, so let's go ahead and do run. And let's watch what happens here. You can see it's building up. Let's move this to the side here. Move this over here. So now let's go ahead. We've said let's write a 50-word story. So let's watch that. Here we go. I forgot to do. Let's redo this. Set verbose. Let's go ahead and let's just move this over here because we're concerned more about this stuff here and temperature. All right. So let's do an up arrow key and run it. And you can see nothing really happened here. Nothing really spiked. But here it is. Let's compare that to, right here, to the other model, to the MSA2. So you can see here, tokens per second were 20 lower. So roughly the same. I wouldn't go too concerned about these numbers being somewhat different. This might have been the time I hit enter and all that stuff. But anyway, here's the MS2, and here's obviously the Bosgame. The difference could be that this is, remember the Bosgame is a built-in Oculink, but this one here had a PCI card too, but that doesn't matter. It's similar anyway. So next, let's go to this model here. So let's go ahead and type in the BYE, and then we're going to go up key, and up key again, and then we'll stop that model. You will see it start to shrink away. Temperature still the same. Hovering at 4 watts. So the next thing is, let's do a CLS and clear this. For next, we want to launch this one here. So we're going to do a llama run, and this one here. All right, let's go ahead and launch it. Let's see what happens to the wattage. Nothing really. Right here we see taking 8 away from the 24. Watch seems to be the same. Nothing different in the stuff. So let's do a set. That's not going to work. But this will. Got it. Up arrow key. Let's write a 50-word story here. See what happens. I need to move this up a little more. All right. And of course, it's going to go through. It's still just hanging around for a while. Maybe it's not too accurate. It should probably be more than that. All right, let's bring it over and let's compare. So it's roughly the same, right? Because remember now, everything's running in the GPU. Nothing's running on the internal memory or anything else. So I can see it being the same. We want to run this model here, right? The big one here, 59 gigabytes, whatever the hell it is. Let's go ahead and do a /by, and then let's do a stop. All right, so we're stopped, and let's do a llama least, and it's 59 gigabytes. So I went to go try to run that model, and I went to go run that model, and I couldn't. And this is what I got when I wanted to run it. So, I guess we know that we can't run it on this system because it only has a total of 36 gigabytes that it can run. So, there you go. You can't run it. So, what do you think, right? There's really no difference, I guess, between the MSA2 in this Bosgame when it comes running any model that's on the GPU itself. And since I can't run a big model, well, I think the results are the same, so it doesn't really matter. The key is running it on the GPU itself. Now, don't forget, in part 2, I'm going to be stripping down, ripping off the Windows 11 on the MSA2 and putting Ubuntu on it, 2604, and then running all the tests again. So we'll copy these all over, and I will, when it comes time to do that video, when I present that video, I'll make sure I have all the statistics again, all this stuff here, written and stuff like that, so we can compare. So, with that, see you in part 2. Well, have a happy and wonderful